What if I told you that even though we have East Africa full of gold, there's something that we can do with this gold? Because with the new patch mechanic, Mutapa can exchange money into development. You don't need the death meta, because right now you have the money meta. You just increase your money and convert it to the new development.
And before we start, guys, I have a giveaway for you. You can win the EU4 Origins DLC. All you have to do is to be a subscriber to this channel, leave a like on this video, and comment it. Alright, welcome to 1.32 Origins Mutapa gameplay. And just a reminder, Mutapa is starting with yearly inflation reduction and goods produce modifier, which will be very useful to keep our inflation low with such a huge gold income. While goods produce modifier will increase this gold income even further as we'll be conquering all of the gold mines. I chose this nation because of this one particular overpowered mission. It means that each building that I'm gonna finish in a certain province is gonna give me development. So you have a few hundred of provinces and you finish one building in each, that's few hundred of development. And the goal of this campaign is to show you how overpowered and broken it is, so hopefully Paradox is gonna nerf it very soon. First thing that really surprised me over here is the crown mount. I thought that I'm gonna have 30, but it's 27. It means that I'm not gonna take power points for each of the estate. I'm gonna take it from the admin, and I'm gonna take it for the deploy points. And later, while I'll be expanding and get more crown mount thanks to it, I'm also gonna get the mill points. This is also a perfect nation to show you a lot of new mechanics. So for example, I have a privilege that is unlocking me a cult, so a bonus from the region for my heir, so I'm gonna pick it, and this is a halved bonus compared to what I have for my king. And I'm gonna pick the tolerance of the true faith to keep the stability of the country. You see that there's plenty of new icons in the religious tab. From the main card, I'm gonna go and pick the discipline bonus. While from the nobility, I want to go and test this new privilege that is gonna give me manpower for occupying an enemy fort. I guess that I'm getting 10% of my yearly manpower, and this applies only once per 4 years per fort. This is also a very interesting privilege, but for now I'm not planning to annex anyone. So this privilege is giving me annexation cost of the vassals, but at the same time also not getting a diplomatic reputation hit while finishing the annexation. We will definitely need to get rid of both my ruler and an heir, at least very strict, but yeah, looking on the stats, I'm gonna start with disinheriting this piece of trash heir. We definitely don't need any CAF, it's not CAF meta, and I'm gonna go and recruit free company, which is Darmowa kompania in Polish. With boosted stability to 1, I can go and take the cheaper advisor privileges from my estates as they increase the stab cost. So I'm not really paying anything for the advisors, and my balance is almost 6, so I theoretically could even afford a higher level advisors, but I'm gonna wait for the 50% cheaper advisors to get them even to level 3. I will improve relations with Sofala because they are getting the institution, so once it arrives there, it will start spreading towards my country, but we need to have a positive opinion of them first. First war is gonna be against Maravi and his vassal, so I'm planning to fully annex both of them. The funny thing is that Maravi is fighting with Tumbuka as well, so they are kinda blocking me of doing anything in this war. But I'm gonna do what's called a pro-gamer move. First, I'm gonna go and stack wipe Maravi over here, then I'm gonna go and stay on Kalunga, where it's being sieged by someone else, but I'm gonna go and attack Makua, which will get me into the war with these guys that are sieging the province, so I can stack wipe them and take over the siege progress. Do you see this little beautiful new pop-up that we got? This is informing us that our province is under siege, and it's gonna list all of the provinces that are being sieged. Very useful. This is a disaster that we are having to... For our capital, we're losing the stability, getting devastation, the gold mine, increased death cost, theoretically until the end of the game, but our mission tree will help us get rid of it. But if I boost my stability to 1, so I'm gonna do it right away, it unlocks me the mission that we talked about. So it's not only this overpowered conversion of money into development, but also claims on the whole region all around us. The question is how much I guess expansion is gonna be. It's almost nothing, so it's very good. Let me go and fully annex those countries, fully annex these guys as well, so we have the whole region united right now. And this mission is gonna be very useful, first of all, the war against Kilwa, but also I'm getting a conquistador that will let me go and explore South Africa, so I'm gonna take my mercs and send them for the exploration mission. In this place I will release Maravi, so save some admin points, and I'll keep the Sofa provinces for myself to have access to Kilwa lands. You know, one thing that I keep forgetting when I'm playing in this region is that my army is complete trash even compared to the natives. So these 7k natives just annihilated my mercs, but this is fine, I'm gonna get the new ones. I planned to attack Kiva by myself, but in some time when I get attack and my free company back, but they are planning to attack me. There it goes, they attacked us, we did not have enough time to prepare, but this is fine because actually I don't have to fight with the allies, so it's very nice for me, and I can almost fully annex them. Only the one disadvantage over here is that I'm gonna pay Diplo points for the peace deal. I'll take my whole army to Sofala, and I'll be just switching it down and waiting for the tech and the free company, because remember, my army is far worse right now than theirs. Never mind, they are not having any allies around. I'm gonna go and try just flood them with the number of troops. So yeah, there it goes, that's a stack wipe. So it's a pretty nice advantage at the start of the war. Should we try fighting those guys as well? I'm having my vassals attached. So let's go and take this risk. Our army quality is so trash probably. They have almost half morale more than us. But yeah, that's not a problem. That's still a stack wipe. That was way easier than I expected. And I can almost fully annex them. There will be only this one Malindi province in the north left, which I don't think Kilwa is starting with. Send the peace deal ends, that unlocks me actually some vision over the map. And with all of those provinces we've got feudalism available for us to embrace. We've got a new era which is 431. It's far better than what we had already. Our king is very old and we don't care that much about the mill points, so I'm gonna keep him. Our ruler just died, which is a good news because we are getting a queen right now, which is 531, far better than what we had 300. And with this mana generation I can switch my focus to the mill points so it's more balanced. You can see that I have a mission that requires me to have 3 gold mines at least 10 development. Kilwa has 10 development already, and right now I need to go and decide which of those provinces, which you can see that around 8, all of them, I can develop to get this mission done. With develop Mutapa, I don't only have tons of income, but it will also give me plenty of money, plenty of prestige. Also, the center of trade in Sofala can be increased by 1, which unlocks me maps. That is what I needed to conquer all of the lands around. This also unlocked me a privilege that is decreasing our inflation increase. It's decreasing the chance to deplete the gold mines, but at the same time it's decreasing the goods price modifier on the gold mines, and it's giving me all powers cost. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it, but I wanna test it. Yeah, that decreased our income quite high, but at least inflation is not increasing, but I still think this is not really worth it. I'm gonna cancel this privilege later. Finally, so many years of waiting for the cheaper advisor. I'm gonna get him, and he's gonna be here. Let's go and buy this guy and increase him to level 3. As I discovered Cape with my conquistador, I can unlock this mission, which is not giving me only colonizers in Cape and a kind of Siberian frontier only for this one province, but also a colonizer for another 100 years, which will allow me to get my border with Congo, with the colonies, but at the same time colonize the South Africa. With my amount of money, I'll start constructing a gigantic trade fleet which I'll need for the mission. This mission gives me 5 brain capitalism and an ancient map to Asian trade, which shows me Beijing. That's beautiful. With Bhutto and Maravi annexed, our borders are clean and beautiful right now, and we are getting close to become a great power. This is what I've been talking about. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 temples being finished. Right now we have 198. It's gonna update in a month to 203 development. So we simply exchange literally a few ducats to the development. you don't need to develop your provinces, you can just get the development by building up your country. The one thing that is making this new project very tough is the amount of the influence that you are giving. You can see this one is giving 20 influence and I would like to cancel it. So I had to struggle a lot to increase the loyalty over the influence of the clergy. So if they sell the titles right now, I can go and cancel it. And this is because I need another privilege, which is embrace the singular cult. So before I change my cult, I'm gonna pick this, which unlocks me a stability and the clergy loyalty, and I'm gonna pick this mission that is giving me possible advisors, fine, but cost of the advisors with the ruler's culture. This is super strong and it will help me come back with the power points with the better advisors. So you can see with this change, this advisor cost me only 2.6 ducats, even though he's level 3 advisor. So I'm just gonna go and increase him to level 4, I'm gonna increase this to level 2, and right now I'm having a 1288 mana generation. I can finally cancel this privilege, which wasn't worth at all because of this all powers cost. Now the next issue is going to be the institution. With the new institution mechanic, the Tech 5 is costing me plus 15%, while Tech 3 is costing me nothing more because it was before the Renaissance. I'm gonna pick the ideas first to start filling them, and then we're gonna go and switch to focus on developing the Renaissance. My regency is ending pretty soon, but as this queen is better than my heir, I'm gonna prolong it because she's also having a really nice modifiers, for example to 10 hundreads, and we don't know what heir is gonna give us. With the Tech 5 I can unlock my first idea group, and this might be a surprise to a lot of you, but I'm gonna go and start with religious. It's not only a casus belli on all the other religions, but most importantly it plays very well with my tolerance of the true faith bonuses. So if I keep converting everyone to the fetishists, we'll not have any rebels without humanist ideas. Conquering all of those lands around here is not only giving me development, it's not only giving me potential to concentrate dev and gain 2 development. You see the calculation here actually. I will lose 4 development but gain 2 in my capital. Remember, I have a mission to get it to 20, which won't be easy because of the additional dev cost that it has because of an event. But we're gonna try doing our best. And we just took over 3 trade centers for the Zanzibar trade now, which will be super helpful for us. You can see that pretty much can free annex Ajuran in 1 war, which is super nice. And I'm hoping for having any provinces to concentrate the development, but it looks like there's not so many of them. This one will give me 2 development in my capital, and that's it. This is how much concentrate has been nerfed, and I'm gonna go and skip all of the provinces for myself because I had perma claims on them. All of the next techs are gonna cost me plus 30% because I don't have Renaissance. This is plus 15 because I'm just 1 behind. So I need to develop the institution. I have 2 options. Develop it on the capital where I'm having plus 55% of the dev cost, but I need 20 development to actually get rid of this and get the mission. And I think I'm gonna do that because if I dev it just 8 times, I'm gonna sell my titles, I'm gonna go to Zimbabwe, I'm gonna develop it 74. Check, and check. That's 20 now. I can go and pick this mission, which will give me dev cost on the province. It's gonna increase the monument to level 2, which gives me tech cost. So right now instead of for 80 I'm doing for 59, so I can develop it the rest of the institution and see that we're getting close to actually get also the restore Zimbabwe mission done. So let's see, I don't think I can develop whole institution yet, especially that I'm there with only deployed mill points. So let's just go with this and let's see how much we can actually get of the institution. 94%, so a few months and we have the institution, and right now our income is 50 ducats. Just this will be actually not that much of a problem. So for our actual income and how much we're behind in the techs, I'm gonna get this advisor level 5, get this advisor level 5, and get this advisor level 3. So I have 14, 12, 10 mana generation and still 13 of balance while maintaining the whole army and having some corruption. Let's go and embrace the Renaissance. It costs us almost nothing, we still have plenty of money, and the techs are way cheaper thanks to this. And my next goal is to colonize this province once I finish this colony, so I'll be able to conquer Congo. And just expand a little bit, so we have 400 development, and I'll get this mission. Whoa, and this also allowed me to become a great power number 5, which is great, 1481, and Congo is no longer a white rival for us. This is kinda bad, but at least I have some power projection saved over here to keep it over 50. Have I ever told you that I'm a lover of radical reforms? So yes, inflation advisor and trade advisor, I'm gonna cancel them. This gives me 400 power points. I can retake them right away. And you can see that in the meantime, if you take a look at the subcontinents, is that I can start adding those provinces to a trade company because they're outside my subcontinent. And this means that I already added Mogadishu and Hobyo to my trade company and will be strengthening our trade power in the Gulf of Aden. I just unlocked a few new cards. Zahanari was the first one, the second one is Zlewikk, Enkai, and I have no idea what they are doing because I can't even change it. I'm gonna also try getting the whole Madagascar pretty much in one take, and I'm gonna create one big vassal over here. I don't really need to core those princes for myself right now. Kill those guys here, and I'm gonna try retaking the siege. So that should be, yes, an easy, not that easy matter for us, but we took over the siege, so see, I'm gonna just get it in a month or two. Time to finish my religious ideas. It gives me Casus Belli, everyone in a different religion, and as I'm fetishist, except Congo and part of the West Africa, have the free Casus Belli on everyone right now. I'll pay a little bit of the Diplo points, but that's not big of an issue. Sick. Now I can go and take this mission, which gives me Empire rank, a great name placement, and most importantly, we can change into Zimbabwe. Ooh, honestly, those ideas are quite close in the quality. I would say that the Mutapa ideas are better, mainly because of the dev cost, but we are not gonna play very long to use this dev cost, and we want to show you this trick with the building spawn, so the great Zimbabwe ideas with the construction costs are gonna be more useful for us. Let's do that. Form the Zimbabwe. Ah yes, the most important part is the color. That's one of my favorite colors in game actually, just next to the Sardinia Piedmont toothpaste. Yes please. So right now if I want to go and build the temples, they cost me 87 for each of them. So I'll be spawning the development very soon. So as I pick the mission, I don't really have to take this process for myself. So I'm just gonna go and release a vassal here. Antemoro. And I'm gonna feed this Antemoro with all of the provinces in the Madagascar. Look at this army models, they're so beautiful. 5-3-2 air is not bad, but I'm aiming for something better. Another! Well, I can take more than a lot from Ethiopia. Let's send the peace deal. And no, I'm not going to keep everything for ourselves. We are saving the admin mana, so I'll go and feed the vassal with all of those provinces just for myself. I'm gonna keep the provinces that I had claims on, so those, and that allow me to get a claim on Mamluks, a claim on Medjugorje, and then Yemen, so I can keep expanding towards this way, and there's nothing to concentrate here, it's so nerfed. I just added Zila to a trade company. I can improve this trade center to level 2. That will increase those guys' share to 43%, so probably getting a building or two will help. And this unlocks me also the mission that gives me 2 years worth of my trade income. Just as long as I can't stake this yet, it's not really worth it because that won't be that much of the money. It might be the first time I'm gonna show you a big strength of this mission tree, that is exchanging money into death. So I'm gonna spend all of those on the workshops. I'm gonna spend this on the force limit buildings, and I'm gonna spend this on the temple and maybe a few more workshops. So actually it will be not that increased, it will be more because I also get a development for free over there. And the rest of the money I will be saving for later. See, all of those buildings will change you to development. So we have 403 development and 69.74 of income. Let's see what finishing those buildings will give us. 5 income, which is a really good increase, and if we wait a month tick, 24 development, exchange for like how much? 1.3 thousand ducats? And then we are just getting started. We'll be getting tons of this development for money. Second idea group I'm gonna choose over here. Can either go for something for the military, or we can go play with the trade ideas more, maybe we can go with the Diplo for more of the conquests. It's a tough choice, honestly, and as I'm not planning to play that much and our army quality is decent, I might actually go and try playing with the either Diplo or influence ideas. Let's go with the influence ideas, because we don't have issues with aggressive expansion, why we want to annex vassals quicker. As we discussed already, I'm not planning to play this campaign till 1821, so I'm gonna start my golden era already, and this will help with the ideas, with the text, and with everything else. Our income is right now 88, getting to it 100 at the end of the century. This is the second time that I'm seeing Ethiopia changing the capital in the middle of the war. I don't think they are managing correctly the new mechanic to consider moving the capital, because it was in Gondar. When I declared on them previous time, they moved to Harar, and right now when they're declaring on them, they moved to Angot in the middle of the siege of Gondar, which is like super weird, and I'm about to white piece them thanks to this. Well guys, it's time to buy more development because we just unlocked the 4th century building. So I'll go here and start building regimental camps. I just spent most of our money. I'll leave myself 1,000. You know, I always keep saying that I'm a fan of easier solutions, so without fighting a single battle against Congo, I can just white piece them out of this war, even take some money if I want to. And this is because I just went in carpet all of the lands because they have absolutely no forts. By the way, as we have Tech 7, the military, I'm gonna go and build 10,000 of artillery, so be able to achieve the maximum bonus against each of the forts. And of course, I can totally afford it. Selling the titles again will allow me to cancel this, embrace the synchro cult. Unfortunately, I will lose stability because of that, but at the same time, I can finally start choosing my cults, because previously I couldn't really do that. I really don't even know what to do with this amount of the money. I have 4,000 ducats. So yes, I'm clearly just gonna keep building different types of the constructions to not even increase my money, but increase my development. And right now I'm gonna give actually a push, so be having a building in every province that is currently stated by us. And you can see with all of those, you can expect another 30 development to be added to our country. With next influence idea unlocked, right now I'm gonna start annexing this vassal. So, oh godin, this is gonna take me 15 years, but it's really not that bad if we consider that they have 138 development. And with our mana generation, we could even think about annexing these guys at the same time. I'm gonna change the focus on Diplo, so we are gaining 3 Diplo points monthly. In Arabia, we are gonna create a new vassal, which is gonna be, this is actually a cool feature that got introduced. See, I'm going to the Rasids, and it will show me where Rasids are having cores. I'm gonna release the Rasids here, and they're gonna get from me only one additional province, which is Taiz. I'm keeping Aden and Zabit because those two are trade centers, so they need to be added to my trade company. I'm hitting the mill points cap, so we need to start deving colonialism. I'm gonna start deving it on Pate. The cost is quite high and we don't have prosperity, so I don't want to dev the whole institution, just enough to not hit the points caps. So soon we'll be hitting the prosperity and 60 of merchants loyalty. I'll be able to dev it a little bit cheaper. I really like this diet. It's requiring me to reduce inflation. In exchange I'm getting monthly autonomy change, yearly prestige and trade efficiency. It's gonna be 1, 2 and 3. It's not only increased balance but also all of those bonuses. So now I'm having loyal merchant guilds, at least for a few months. So I'm gonna use it to def the Pate province a few more times just to not hit the mill points cap. Again, our ruler just died without an heir. I don't have stability, that's not like a very big problem, I'll regain it. The question is what random ruler we got, and this is Empira the First Mutapa. Yes! 6, 3, 5. Finally, just a little bit of luck in this run. We have 13, 14, 12 of mana generation right now, and we should boost our stability. It just cost 72, so it's not a problem at all. And let's see what the cards that actually can take. That's a nice picture of a tree. I'm gonna go for either Manpower Recovery Speed or Tolerance of the True Faith. Tolerance of the True Faith. Stability of the country is going to be more useful for us. I'm gonna get my merchant guilds loyal again, but look at this. Almost 3,000 ducats for selling the titles with 10,000 ducats in our pocket. And I'm gonna develop Pate to get an institution over here. So let's just do those few death clicks. One more, it's present right now, but the issue is it's not enough. It needs to spread around. So to make it faster to spread, I'm gonna get advancement effort here and advancement effort here. There goes this 1.4 thousand ducats, but it's nothing to my amount of the saved money in the treasury. So I can take the mill tech, I can take the admin tech with finished influence ideas. I get vassal foster contribution, unjustified demands, and culture conversion costs policies. There it goes, Mr. Ogaden or Ogadin or however it is pronounced. Look at these borders, we'll keep fixing them, and our development just reached over 1,000, so we are the first grid power. What I'm gonna do right now is to spend a huge chunk of our money on the buildings, but first I need to go and state the promises that I got from our vassal here. So now our income is 115. One of our gold mines unfortunately depleted, so it affected it, but I'm gonna go and spend tons of money on the buildings. Even if it doesn't give me that much, it gives the development, so it's important. Let's go for this as well. Let's go for these buildings, and let's go for the force limit ones. Force limit ones are the most expensive. Okay, maybe just a few more force limit buildings. So right now all the provinces that are my states are having either full buildings or getting the new buildings. Just take a look at this, how much development is waiting for us in 365 days. With 10th admin tech, I'm up to date and even ahead in this technology, and I can unlock my third idea group, which I was thinking could be either humanist, economic, or maybe something with the military. I was thinking about the economic because it will allow me to dev my provinces up to 10 development, which unlocks me more building slots, which unlocks me more buildings, which unlocks me more development. So I think I'm gonna go actually for this idea group right now. Let's take a look. First of all, on the economy, it's 120. You see all those buildings are finishing. It's not only economy, but it's also force limited manpower. But let's give it a chance. Okay, it's 1057 of development, and after a month tick, it's gonna be 1116 development, so 60 additional development for just spending a few ducats. So now we have 126 of income, 79,000 of maximum power without quantity ideas, 106 of the force limit. I think for this first opening episode for 1.32 patch, it will be it. And let me know by liking this video if you would like me to continue this series, because if I was to continue it, I would be deving all of my provinces to 10 development and expanding to India to bring all of the trade to this trade node to create a really nice tall empire which is getting the development for money. Just before we end, remember that we have EU4 Origins DLC giveaway. All you have to do to join it is to be a subscriber to this channel, leave a like on this video and comment it.